And I'm glad to be here this morning, excited to be back on your screens. And we are once again talking about topics that matter, important conversations, but in the entertainment field and also on social media. Now, of course, as you all do know, comedians all over the world are trending. Yes, of course. Many of you may know why. But anyone who has a TV set or a phone watched with shock and disbelief the moment in history, the 2022 Oscars, when the celebrated Hollywood icon Will Smith walked upstage and confronted the comedian Chris Rock with a huge slap that sent shockwaves across the entire world. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hairstyle, making reference to her role in G.I. Jane. As you all know, the reference didn't sit well with Jada, whose hair loss was due to a present struggle with the diagnosis. As Will Smith walked down the stage, he was also shouting that Chris Rock should keep his wife's name out his mouth. This action has since generated heated conversations and debates across the world today. Today we're going to gain the comedian's perspective. With that being said, it is only right to announce my favorite part of today's show. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you all doing today?
Cool. Yeah, good morning.
Oh, these voices are quite funny. Right here we have in red Miss MC Okodo, and we have MCK from UK over here to my extreme left. I'm so glad to have you all here. You know, MCs, comedians. Right now, you guys are so important, if I can say. Right. So let's just start with. Where can I start with now? Where are you from, MC Okodo, and how does that affect your style of comedy?
I'm from Delta State. I grew up in Warri. I'm an Yoruba by tribe, so I started comedy in Warri. That was like 2013. So yeah, you know, most people say people from Warri are fun is because the society, like the environment, breeds humor because. In Warri, you see people are funny. Like, everyone is funny. That's why it's more difficult for a comedian to be funny in Warri because everybody's funny. The mothers, the fathers, the children. Everyone has a funny bone. But, yeah, that's how it all started for me. But that's like professionally, though, to 13. I've been doing this since... I can't remember, I think secondary school.
Usually, it starts naturally for a lot of you comedians, yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So we'll go straight into MCK from UK. I mean, you're obviously not from the UK. So, you know, what about you? Where are you from? How does that affect your comedy style?
Okay, thank you, Aishabi. I'm from Delta State.
Oh, also? Okay, so it's true. Delta men probably are one of the funniest, huh?
And I didn't grow up in Warri.
Oh.
I grew up in Lagos. So... If you look very well, I do have that intonation, that Warri intonation. But just like my colleague said, MC Kodo, I think we have that funny bone in us. And I started my comedy career as a stage play rather, in primary school. I think I guess so, in primary school.
So you're still guessing? So,
yeah. So from there, it's led me to this point.
Exactly. Glad to have you here this morning. So let's get straight into it now. What is your own perspective about what happened to the comedian Chris Rock? As a comedian yourself, where does that, from your own stand, how does that make you feel, what happened to him at the Oscars?
I would say that's a dent on the art form first. People that happen to be on my WhatsApp would attest to the fact that when that happened, I was on it for like 3 days, you know.
Okay, imagine.
That's a dent on the art form. That's what comedy is, you know. In as much as we shouldn't joke about sensitive issues, but Will Smith happens to be a performer, you know, and he has done comedy. There's even a video online where he made jokes about a bald man.
Yes, I also saw that
earlier. So it's comedy. I always tell people, every joke has a victim. You know.
That's true.
Today we crack jokes about our leaders. We crack jokes about politicians. We crack jokes about the police. They are more powerful than us. If everyone is supposed to like attack every comedian that makes a joke about them, then I think comedy will be wiped away from the surface of this earth, because you're no more powerful than your president, but people laugh about such jokes, today. But that's what comedy is about. Comedy is about making light of like situations, and some of these situations happen to be very, very tragic situations.
Serious too.
That's why comedy is all about calculations and everything, because sometimes there could be a bombing today. It won't be funny if you crack a joke about it like weeks or months, few months after. But years later, we make light of these situations, not because we are underestimating or talking down what happened or making jest of people that were affected, but because we want people to laugh. We want to, we can't be that serious, because if we are that serious, everyone's going to be depressed, actually.
Imagine. All right, let's hear it from you, MCK. MCK from UK. She has to stop leaving the from UK out, right? So what about you? Do you feel that there are things that shouldn't be poked at as a comedian?
Humor is something that is very important to human beings. And I think we comedians, we talk anyhow, we talk a lot. We talk so many things that brings this humor to the audience.
Yeah.
But I will, in my own perspective, I will advise that comedians should be cautious of what they say, because some persons take these things we say personal. They take it so hearted.
You can't stop that part.
Yeah.
You're taking it personally.
They take it so personal. And I think we should also be, mindful of the jokes. Just like Oke Bekasi, because they interviewed him, and just like what he said. He said comedians should be watched out, because Will Smith has what set the pace.
Yes.
The slapping pace.
Which is not a good pace.
I'm telling you, it's not good at all.
It's
so if comedians are on stage, they should be watched out.
Yeah, because I don't think that leaves you all feeling protected.
At all.
Now, do you feel protected, MC Ukodo? Do you feel that now you can be on stage, and if you might offend someone that is powerful, what can happen next?
Like I said earlier, a true professional does not apologize for a joke on stage, though.
Although Chris Rock did. Chris Rock did apologize.
He did not.
Okay.
He did not. That was the first time I saw that publication. Someone sent it to me, and I was like, a professional doesn't apologize like that. Now, okay, let me buttress on what happened like a little more. Will Smith laughed at the joke. It was funny to him.
Yeah, for a few seconds.
It was funny to him. I think it was based on the reaction of his wife. He reacted. And the wife later came to say, oh, I don't think I like how he reacted. So, truth is, it was way more than the joke, It was way more than the joke, reacting that way. Recently, he just got banned from the academies for 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
So,
is that not too much, or what do you feel?
No, it's not too much.
Oh, okay, this is a comedian's perspective, definitely.
No, see, let me tell you, I'm never biased. You can't, it's an art form, It's comedy. I don't know how to explain this to you.
It can be excused.
Yeah, no, see, I've seen people crack some jokes, and I'm like,
yikes.
That's sensitive. There's a thin line between being funny and being offensive. But there are better ways to tackle such issues, especially as an entertainer, being an entertainer yourself. Chris Rock is a well-grounded professional. He has been in the game for over 30 years. The Oscar Awards is not just any awards. Those people, they rehearse time and time again. I don't think there is a spontaneous joke that is cracked there. Those jokes have been rehearsed, time and time again. Oh, it might not sit right with the person, though. But same goes with the jokes that do you know jokes that were cracked about Donald Trump?
Yeah, that was also a very sensitive period.
Yeah, Donald Trump. I've cracked jokes about. I won't call the senator's name, and if he decides to take offense, he can get me caught up, but you know,
there's so much more we have to talk about, and we're running out of time. I mean, we have MCK from UK here who has another Laugh Vaccine coming out, edition 2. We were there, weekend show at the first edition. It was amazing. I need to have you guys back on the show because today we're not really good with time right now. We have so much going on and we have to stop the conversation here. I have so much visuals to show you all from home with MC Ukodo that just had his show back in, I think you were in Lagos. You said your first time performing on stage.
No.
The first time in Lagos at Echo Hotels, you said your first time there.
That was my first Echo Hotel performance. If I'm not taking into consideration my competitions, you know, I've done lots of competitions.
But I know I saw that on one of your captions. That took an interest of mine. So I would love to hear about it, but we don't have much time. So this is where I have to end it all. Thank you all for coming on my show. Oh, this is really hard.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening. I mean, this is one side that we've hardly heard. Online, there are other comedians talking about it in Nigeria. Basket Mouth is there speaking. I Go Save as well. So there's so much going on right now in the entertainment segment. And comedians will not be cancelled, guys. It's not happening. Thank you all for listening. That's all I've got for you this week on Social Media Trends. My name is Aisha B. Follow me at Aisha B on Instagram and on Twitter. And follow The Weekend Show at The Weekend Show NG. See you next week.